Hey YouTubers, welcome back. Okay, so this is the first 2 weeks of October 2017 for the sign of Leo. I've already cleared the romance angel cards, and we're going to start with those, and then I will go into the card community path for the first 2 weeks of October. Again, check your moon, rising, and even your Venus for additional messages if these aren't completely resonating. And again, take with you what you understand, and we will begin as soon as the card decides to come out here for Leo. So Leo, what's going on here? The first 2 weeks of October 2017. So we have the honeymoon card, indicating that there could be distance involved in relation to a person that you in fact are dealing with. And this is indicating that, this person who is in fact at a distance, there's a need to get to know each other in order to deepen the bond. So there could in fact be someone traveling towards Leo, or Leo, you could be traveling towards this person who lives at a distance in order to, reveal your innermost selves to each other to deepen this bond, okay? So the next card out here is attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So understanding what you're focusing on is what you're bringing about. So if this person does in fact live at a distance here, they could be traveling towards you in order to get to know you. But it's very important to understand, what you're focusing on, what your true desires are, and not being afraid in order to reveal your innermost self, okay? There's also a need here to keep an open mind about this person. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type of expectations. So this person who in fact could live at a distance, you did in fact not deepen the bond with this person, but you did in fact attract them into your life. So there's a need here to keep an open mind because this person could in fact be traveling towards you and or vice versa. And this is indicating that forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in the present moment. So keeping an open mind about this person, releasing and healing the past, because this is indicating that a reconciliation is in fact on the forefront here, and you need to allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So it's showing here that you definitely shared passion with this person, okay? But there's a lesson here, and this flipped out on top of the travel and getting to know each other. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Again, understanding the law of attraction. What you believe, you perceive. What you desire is what comes to you based off of that belief. So it disconnected here. It's not, you didn't deepen the bond with this person. You need to keep an open mind because whatever has happened in the past here needs to be released and healed from in order to have this reconciliation. Because by loving yourself first, then you can speak, from your heart here and have a true heart-to-heart conversation. Honestly discussing your feelings without, fear of what the other person is going to say, because no longer allowing negativity to be an exchange, right? Because there could be an issue here with finances and career. So, there's a need here to discuss, because if this person does in fact live at a distance, there could be some discussions here in regards to finances and career paths in order to move forward together. And this could be a factor in the reason why your relationship didn't work out in the past. Yep, because then we got past life relationship. So showing here that finances and career could have been an issue in the past, and or, you had a past partnership that was affecting your finances and your career, or vice versa with this other person. So understanding that you're releasing, and this is exactly what could have caused the separation. So you could have went into separation from this person because they live at a distance. There was an issue here with understanding loving yourself first. Now a need to have a heart-to-heart conversation about what caused the separation, and this could be due to financial issues, career issues, a karmic partnership. That's what caused the separation. But the reconciliation is showing, allowing your heart and soul to sing with joy with this person, because you now understand you love yourself first, and this is where this heart-to-heart conversation comes from, and releasing and healing the past here. Releasing and healing from what it is that caused the separation. Because there is a strong magnetic connection here. This landed on top of love yourself first and heart-to-heart conversation. Loving yourself first, understanding that this connection, is real here, even though there's distance involved. That's why you're being asked to keep an open mind about this person, okay? So let's see if there's any more messages here with the romance angel cards for Leo for the first 2 weeks of October. Leo. One more time. Leo. Nope. And at the bottom of the deck, you receive stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And then you also receive deception. Someone is wearing a false mask. So even though you don't know the true feelings at this time because the bond did not deepen, you're asking to remain optimistic and understand that the deception is an illusion because there wasn't truth spoken between the two of you. It's now time to start taking the steps you're being guided to take because you do, in fact, want to ascend this relationship to a higher level of commitment, but you need to work on this partnership, okay? So you're being guided in order to take the steps, loving yourself first, right? Keeping an open mind at the same time, remaining optimistic, okay? This is indicating that you want to ascend to higher levels of commitment, but efforts need to be made first in order to work on this partnership, and you need to allow your inner youthful spirit of love to shine. This is what was shared in the beginning, but separation due to past karmic circumstances, situations, energies, beliefs that need to be released and forgiven from the past, right? Because you need to understand that you do deserve love, and very soon, clearly making a decision, right? Deciding, are you going to keep your faith and trust in the unfolding, or are you going to release it and no longer hold on to it, and whatever happens, happens? Are you going to move, you're always moving forward. So understanding that you need to keep an open mind about this person, because even though they live at a distance and it's separated, there's other things beneath the surface that you're not seeing. You're not seeing, they haven't been exposed to you. There wasn't a deepening of the bond, so to speak. This isn't something that you're 100% aware of at this time. But this reconciliation, by allowing, your heart and soul to sing with joy, being, at the place of knowing yourself on a deeper level, not using this person as your focal point. This is where you speak from the I space, allowing them to tell you why the separation happened. You explaining how you felt and understanding your feelings now, that they weren't caused by this person, but they were shared. Because you're going to find out that you have a lot more in common than you thought you did. So let's see what comes out here. One more time. And if I need to use any of those for clarifiers, I will do so. Yep, needing to break down our established mind thought patterns when it comes to relationships. That's, exactly what caused it to separate here, okay? So let's see what we got going on here. Okay, Leo, you could in fact be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This could be Sun, Moon, Rising, even their Venus. Your, signs in relation to this other person. So what it's showing me here is that there's a need to break down the established mind thought patterns when it comes to relationships, because you, Leo, and or this other person could have a child, and there could have been a complete ending, due to this situation. We weren't keeping an open mind. This person wasn't, and or you weren't. And what it's showing here is that there was, in fact, the start of a romance of the soul. And what it's showing me here is that if you're dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, they could have completely ended things with you due to the fact that they lived at a distance and they needed to financially free themselves. What it's showing me here is that there is, a serious setback due to the fact that there is a need here for communication. And common sense and good judgment is what is needed in order to have this good luck and growth here. So not getting stuck in the, false mind-based beliefs about yourself. Because what it's showing here is that there is a complete ending. And this complete ending here could be due to the fact that there was a karmic partnership. And this water sign could have, in fact, that you're dealing with, could have, in fact, been dealing with another water sign that caused, your circumstance and situation to end because you two are at a distance, Leo. But this water sign could have, in fact, been dealing with another water sign that was younger than them. And this has completely ended. So there is victory that is in the forefront here, because what it's showing me is that this person is, in fact, going to communicate with you in order to resolve problems. They now, in fact, know they started a romance of the soul, and they're wanting to verbally communicate in order to lay foundations here. And it's showing that there's definitely going to be some communication, because this has been something that has, in fact, been thought through. So sorting through the feelings, breaking down the established mind thought patterns, needing to end karmic cycles in relationships here. So what it is showing me is that this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, you know, could have in fact been dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius also, and or Leo, you have air in your chart, and you're losing your optimism about this person, and the lack of, you know, progression and setback was due to the fact that they were in a relationship or connection with another person, but you are in fact going to have victory over this because I do see this person is in fact traveling towards you. This person wants to come and see you. So there could be communication about this, and or they could in fact just be showing up in order to communicate with you. And it's asking for you to use your common sense and good judgment when it comes to this person and not hold the past. You know, that's where that forgiving and learning comes from. Forgiving and learning, releasing and healing the past, not holding that over their head here, because this is something that karmically speaking needed to end. So, you know, you could have in fact started the romance of the soul with this person, and, you know, either you or this other person had children and you were at distances, so there was a need here for, you know, financial stability, but this person, you know, was unable to discuss this with you and just separated. But then they could have gotten into a karmic, they could have went back into a karmic partnership here, but that has completely ended because the lack of progression and the setback was surrounding that. But that was something I'm being shown was necessary in order for them to break down the established mind thought patterns when it comes to relationships, and or this is what you were needing also. Yeah, because others' wishes and desires were affecting this connection. So Leo, if you're dealing with water and this situation is connecting with you, this landed on top of your desires here. And it was due to the fact that others were affecting this, but it's showing here that there is victory over this situation. Yeah, others, because there was a third party involvement here. There were 3 people involved. But what it's showing me here is that this situation has completely ended, and there is in fact going to be victory over this situation. Yeah, we got third party. The loss and the deception was over another person being involved. Okay? But this is something that was karmic and needed to complete itself. And it's showing here that there is, in fact, going to be communication. This is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. So there could have been a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn that was the third party, and this is where the loss and deception lied. But it's also showing here that, you know, Leo, if you, in fact, are dealing with a water sign, they, in fact, could have Earth in their chart also, and they could have, in fact, been being used for money from another water sign, because you two are at a distance from each other, okay? But there's a karmic partnership that has ended, and it was another water sign. They could have been younger than the water sign you're dealing with, but they were financially using that person, and that has ended, because now there's this like epiphany that you are in fact the soulmate, but there's a lot of things that you don't know yet, but this is going to be revealed to you. So it's asking you to use your common sense and good judgment when it comes to this person, and not to hold the past over their head, because there's a lot of, karmic lessons here, okay? So this just landed on top of the water sign here. This is wishes and desires are to take steps forward, taking the steps they're being guided to take. And this indicates ambition in order to achieve success, because you are in fact at a distance. So wishing and desiring to take steps forward towards you, and this, you know, travel involved here, okay? So this is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy also. So, you know, you could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy that is traveling towards you, and or water. But understanding that wishes and desires are going to be met here. There's a decision that is being made. And this energy here could just be showing that, you know, we're now following our heart, but we're making the definitive decision in order to do so. I need more messages for Leo for the first 2 weeks of October. And this indicates keeping your optimism, having a brand new beginning, a new phase of life. And you could be dealing with the sign of Gemini also. So understanding this person, you know, is taking the steps towards you in order to resolve this, okay? And they could have, in fact, been dealing with a mother and father. This is coming through as mother-father. And they need to separate themselves from this mother and father here. This is due to the fact, and what I'm being shown, is that they in fact could be dealing, and where they live, they have to separate themselves from their home environment in the same town or area where their parents live. So moving towards you at a distance means that they need to separate themselves from their beliefs within their like home environment, or their parents could be not wanting them to move. But there's a new beginning right here on the forefront that they're going to decide to separate these energies and move towards you here. Yep. Because they do in fact know that they are on a spiritual journey and this is traveling forward. Okay? This unrequited love here, which is lack of love of self, came from the fact this person cut you out of their life. This separation has caused a lot of pain, loneliness, and depression. But understanding that there's a home environment situation that they are dealing with at this time, and this is the reason they cut you out. So it could be due to finances, others' beliefs, third parties. It really doesn't matter at this point. But this is why this person cut you out of their life. They are in fact now being spiritually guided because they do understand that their feelings are mutual. They have worry and anxiety around this reconciliation and this union with you, but this is indicating that they're completing karmic cycles in order to do so. This is where the worry and anxiety is. It's like that split energy. I have worry and anxiety because I want to move here and reconcile with this person, but I'm dealing with this situation. This is where the separation comes from. Completing the karmic cycle, right? Healing, steady improvements, happy surprises, and a second chance to redo this. And they're evaluating before taking action because they do in fact know that you're the soulmate. They want a brand new beginning and a new phase of life. They want to wipe the slate clean. They want to build with you here. And this transitioning is in the upside down position and it has not completed itself because they're needing to gain their financial stability, but they are in fact going to be taking action and change in their social standing. And the reason that they're in lack of communication is because they feel stuck in a daily routine. This is completing itself though. So they understand now who you are in relation to them, and they're now making the decisions in order to move forward because there was some sort of karmic relationship or something, and that has completely ended, and now there's victory in the forefront, and it's showing, your first card out in the Romance Angel cards was that travel card. They are in fact traveling towards you is what it's showing me here. Or it can be vice versa. Take with you what you understand. This is for your energies, but the energies surrounding you are this other person that you're in connection with, right? But Leo, this could be you making this decision to move towards this person. So it's not about it being, someone said something like, oh, you got it all backwards, like it's the other way around. Well, then that's the way it is. It came through that way, but you just got to flip it. That's why I say take with you what you understand. It's the way in which the cards are lying on the grid and the way they're facing is how I read the cards. So it doesn't mean that it's backwards. It just means that your energies are in connection with the other person. So that's the way in which you have to take it for you and understand it, okay? So this was for Leo, the first 2 weeks of October. If you need me, it's lovefromabove717 at gmail.com. You know I always love you. Bye.